Attention, staff and students, this is a code red, an internal lockdown. Stop what you're doing. There's an intruder in our school. Find the nearest classroom with a teacher in it. Stay out of the hallways. Find a room, and teachers, make sure you lock the door. Turn off the lights and stay away from the doors and windows.
All right, well, face to say, we gotta go.
What's going on? I heard a scream. Did somebody get hurt?
I don't know, sir, but this wasn't part of your plan.
Jeez, there was only supposed to be one intruder in the building. I've seen two.
So you mean this is an actual code red?
Let's call 911.
Story 1. Well, I was in my 10th grade in high school, and I remembered it just like it was if it was yesterday. And so I was in my 3rd period class, and so we didn't have much to do. We were in the 3rd quarter of the school year, and until we heard the intercom go off saying, I repeat, this is not a drill. We're going into lockdown. Repeat, this is not a drill. We're going into lockdown. The teacher seemed really panicked and then locked the door and turned off the lights and ushered us into the back of the room. And then we waited and waited until we heard the man scream at the top of his lungs at the end of the hall. And then the scream moved to our classroom door, and that's when the man started banging. And that's when made some of the girls cry. One of the girls cry. Bruh, everyone was just trying to keep it the best they could. But that girl was just crying so loud, the man could have easily heard her. That's when the man's bang turned to a really loud one. And then that's when the teacher shushed us. And then there was something that really made my heart completely burst. The glass window of the door broke, and then that's when the man stuck his arm in, and that's when everyone started screaming for their life. And that's when the teacher acted fast, while all the kids screaming for their life. Well, me, I was just sitting there in disbelief. The teacher went over to the man, grabbed his arm, and then hit his arm against the door. And then that's when the man cried out in pain. And then the man banged a few times, and then he walked away crying with what seemed to be a mix of pain and anger. The lockdown was lifted, and then the man was caught, and the man didn't have a gun, but he did have a knife, and he was coming into school to hurt people. Kids, mind you. Story 2. Well, I was in my 8th period in high school, and last period, I used to skip class. I used to skip class in high school. I normally skip 8th period. So, I was just pretending I wasn't here, and yeah. So, and I would just normally go into the bathroom and just hang out in there until they announced for buses. So, while I was doing that, I wish I wouldn't done it to that day, because when I was going to the bathroom, skipping that period, I heard the announcement go off saying, "Lockdown! Lockdown! Stay in your rooms! Stay away from the windows!" And then that's when I knew I had to act fast, cause I didn't know where to go now. I was trapped. And I knew there was the only option. Hide the staff-only bathroom. I went in there, hid in their bathroom, and then just and laid low. I'd laid low for seemed like hours until I heard a creature scream. It wasn't a human scream. It was like half human, half demon. And then that's when the scream got louder. I didn't know what to do. I still laid low. And then that's when the cops came up and said, "Hey, get down now! Get down!" More gunshots happened. And that's when the gunshot echoed through the door, creating a huge hole on the door. I pressed my eye up against the hole, and I saw the most disturbing thing that almost made me puke. There was this creature with really long arms and a really gross body. Like if he's been, I don't know, I can't describe it, but oh my god, it was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I still laid low, just praying for it to go away. More gunshots happened. I just still laid low even more. And then that's when the scream happened again. I was just hoping for it to go away. I still laid low until the scream finally fade away. And then the policemen just let out a sigh of relief, and then they got on their supervisor and said, "He's down. I repeat, he's down. Now we need to clean up." I still remained in the staff only bathroom until they cleaned that up. It seemed like forever. And it seemed like forever until they finally cleaned it up, and then I exited the bathroom, and then I went into the kids' bathroom. On the bus ride home that day, my boyfriend Mark said, "Where were you? You normally skip class, but I knew you weren't in the bathroom." I told him, yes, I was in the bathroom. I was hiding in one of the stalls. Mark was actually impressed in my guts for doing it. But still, that scream of that creature and that look I saw through that bullet hole, it just gives me the creeps. And I hope no one has to go through this.